Today I want to uncover one of the most well-guarded secrets of the Power Platform that lots of digital workplace admins ignore. Well, behind this catchy phrase, there's a hurt in reality, which is that while digital workplace admins know a lot about the Microsoft 365 products that they manage, they lack a lot of knowledge on how the Power Platform works on itself. And it's usually them, the digital workplace admins, who are also in charge of governing and administering the Power Platform. My name is Andres Viarge, and I've been working before becoming a solution architect, a developer consultant on the Power Platform side. I worked more than 3 years as a digital workplace specialist and actually administered a couple of tenants on my own. And today I want to share with you some of the things that nobody told me, and probably nobody has taught you about how the Power Platform works internally, that will uncover its secrets for you and really make you understand a lot better the platform you are trying to administer and govern. All right, so let's start heading into the system and see it actually from the system itself. Here we are inside the settings panel in the platform admin center inside an environment. And before starting, let's say the headline just right on. Everything in Power Platform is behind a Dataverse table. Well, there you go. This is already all the video. Now, but before going into detail and showing you with 3 examples that will make you understand better this concept, this is really the base of it. So if you understand Dataverse, you will understand the Power Platform more. And especially in the subject that interests you the most as a digital workplace admin and the Power Platform governance or specialist that is going to be in charge of it, because security is basically in Power Platform. What can a user do where in terms of tables? What access do you have in the tables of the system that controls what you can do in the environment? This includes everything, and we will see that in a moment. Let's start with users. Users in a Power Platform environment, you go here to the users panel, but it's actually here in the system user table. Let's go back here. I moved too fast. If you go to tables in the maker portal, you filter by all and search for the system user table. System user is the internal name. You here the internal name, and here is the display name. If you go inside, this is actually the table that holds information of all the users that have access to this environment. These tables are per environment. Every environment has their own tables, and the data in the tables configure what we see in the environment. Here we see all the, well, there's plenty of users here, lots of them, maybe lots of them you didn't even see from the admin center because there are internal users who are doing stuff to keep the environment alive, processes, etc. that Microsoft has in the Power Platform. Let's go back and now talk about another one pretty interesting, flows. Flows, Microsoft Power Automate flows. You will access probably from make.powerautomate.com or make.powerautomate.com in the flows section here. So slow. And now if you go inside a flow, you will see the description, you go to the editor, you can see the executions. This flow is designed to fail, and you will see that, well, they have the different run history that is there during 28 days. Where is this information stored at? Well, it's actually in a table. If we go to tables, we filter by the workflow table. And here, this table holds all the automations, not only Power Automate flows, other types of objects as well. Here, modern flows refer to Power Automate flows, and they are stored in this table. Also, the configurations, the schema, all the actions that are inside a flow, all these little actions over here. When you have here, see the code view, all this information, this JSON that you can see in the screen, this is stored in tables in the Power Platform. The flow history as well, if you go to tables, you'll hear all flow run, and the flow run table holds the historic data of all the flows in your environment. So users are stored in the system user table. Flows are stored in the workflow table. So anything, tables, apps, Canvas apps, everything is stored in Dataverse tables. And of course, data itself, like the account table, which represents client or supplier information. There are some tables you'll see in the environment. When you open the environment, you'll see lots of tables in here that come already with the environment. Some are custom. You will be able to detect if they are custom or not by the prefix. These ones that don't have prefix here, the prefix is with the underscore, what comes before the underscore. If they don't have prefix, like this one comes with environment, then you will have some with these prefix that are custom ones. Maybe some start with MSD, like from, if we filter here, probably, yeah, MSD, Microsoft Dynamics. These are also coming from the system itself or the common data model, which is a bunch of tables that come with the environment. And well, everything is inside a table. And if you control how you or what you can do to access a table, you are controlling security. So I hope this is starting to give some light into how the Power Platform works. And now let's go back to the environment settings and go to the security roles, because here's where everything should click, I hope. And you should now understand a lot better if I've done a good job explaining how everything works in terms of security in the Power Platform. Let's go to the, for example, environment maker role. The environment maker role is a role that controls out of the box role. Again, too quick here. When you open the security roles, you'll see that there are plenty of roles that were there already before you did anything. So come with the environment, and you can also create your own roles using this button, right? But if you go maker, if you go to the environment maker, you'll see a predefined role comes with the system. You cannot change it. That if your user is assigned this role, you will be able to create apps, create flows, etc. This is actually the role that everyone in the, let's go to the default environment. Everyone in the default environment has this role assigned by default, and you cannot change that. That's what explains that everyone in your organization can create apps and flows in the default environment. Let's demo that. Let's go to the admin center into this particular environment. And if we go to any user at all, randomly, you pick one user that is licensed, this one, for example. By default, they are going to have the basic user and environment maker. And this is out-of-the-box behavior. You cannot change that. You can control who is assigned this environment to when you create your own environment. So outside of the default environment, you have full control. Full control means that you have these roles. You can assign them to whoever you want or create your own roles. And now let's see about these roles, more specifics. For example, let's go to the workflow table. You see here in this part, there are all the things that you can do with a Dataverse table. You can create rows, you can read rows, write rows, delete, etc. What you see here, user, organization, let's not get too deep in here, but this is, let's say, the levels of permissions. Organization means globally in all the environment. User means only mine. So I can create my own flows. I can read my own flows, but I cannot read the flows that other users created. And this explains why here, what is it? Process table. This is this one over here. Why any user with this role can read their own flows. If we go to the system administrator role, you will see that things look a lot different here. You see that everything here is in organization terms, meaning that I can see everything. If we go to the workflow table, process here, you will see that here everything is organization, means that I can see, create, edit all the flows, no matter if I created them, I'm the owner or not. I will be able to locate them and edit them. This is why the system administrator roles is the most privileged role in the Power Platform. So again, in short, everything in Dataverse, in the Power Platform, is controlled by a Dataverse table. So if we understand the tables that are in play at any given time, we understand how security is managed, who can do what, where, and if we need to customize, then we know what vector is the right one to start creating some automations, applications around the solution of a problem. Well, and that's that. Thank you for reaching to the end. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and we'll see each other in other Powerplatform videos. If you want to know more about Dataverse, this whole channel is dedicated to understanding more about the Powerplatform, specifically deep diving into Dataverse topics, which in the end, as you saw, is what establishes the foundation of the whole Power Platform. Thanks again for reaching to the end. See you in the next one. Bye.